Welcome back to Excel Edge, everybody. We're diving deep into something really relevant, especially for our Filipino listeners, first-time homebuyers, seasoned investors, anyone looking at that mid-price to high-ticket market. This one's for you. Luxury real estate in the Philippines. That's what we're talking about today. I'm Lex, and with me, as always, is Vera. Got some really fascinating insights to unpack today. So yeah, buckle up. You might be thinking luxury real estate, huh? Well, it's showing incredible potential right now. It's not just for the super rich anymore either. Right here in the Philippines, we're seeing a growing affluent class. Folks who are looking for that luxurious lifestyle. That's a lot of what's driving the demand. But it's not just local interest. We're seeing more expats and foreign investors. They're recognizing the unique opportunities here. Combine that with locations like Makati becoming even more desirable, thanks to infrastructure development, of course. And developers like Ayala Land and Rockwell Land, making sure the projects are top-notch. Well, you can see why we're excited.
One thing that really stood out to me as we were prepping for this deep dive is how resilient the luxury market is. Even during economic downturns, it seems to hold its own. Vera, what's the secret sauce here? Why does luxury real estate sometimes seem to defy gravity?
It's a great observation, and I think it really boils down to scarcity and exclusivity. Think of it like this. A limited edition luxury item, whether it's a watch or a piece of art, will always hold its value, even if the economy takes a hit. Why? Because there are only a limited number of them out there. Now, apply that to real estate. Prime locations, high-end amenities, cutting-edge design, these all contribute to a sense of exclusivity, something that's in limited supply. That inherent scarcity, that's what drives demand, even when other parts of the market are struggling.
Okay, so it's not just owning a property. It's about owning something unique, something that's hard to come by. Makes sense, especially when you look at how global cities have developed. Look at places like Manhattan in New York or Mayfair in London. Those areas became highly sought after because of their exclusivity and limited supply. But let's get specific to the Philippines. We talked about Makati, but is it just about being in a certain location, or is there more to that luxury label?
Location is definitely a cornerstone, but it's not the whole story. When you look at what defines luxury in the Philippine market today, it goes beyond the address. Buyers are looking for a holistic experience. Think premium amenities, things like state-of-the-art fitness centers, concierge services, maybe even a private chef on call. It's about having everything you need at your fingertips.
So it's about lifestyle, convenience, and that feeling of being pampered, right?
Yeah.
What's interesting is how those definitions of luxury are evolving, even here in the Philippines.
Absolutely. Filipino buyers are becoming much more discerning. They're exposed to global trends, they travel, they bring those expectations back home. Sustainability is a big one, for example. Luxury developments are incorporating green spaces, rooftop gardens, and energy-efficient features more and more.
It's like bringing a little piece of paradise into the urban jungle, which, let's be honest, is a huge selling point in a city like Manila. But hold on, we're talking about all these great features. But for our listeners who are first-time home buyers or even seasoned investors, what does this kind of luxury actually cost? What are we looking at investment-wise?
That's a crucial question, and of course it depends. The location, the size, and features of the property all play a part. To give you a ballpark, though, you're typically looking at a starting price point in the mid to high seven figures for a luxury condo with everything we've talked about.
Okay, so definitely a significant investment. But as we've been discussing, potentially a very lucrative one, especially given the market trends we're seeing. Now, for our listeners who are ready to start exploring this market, I want to remind you about Excel Edge Realty. We specialize in those mid-price to high-ticket properties, and we have a team of experts who can guide you every step of the way. So if you're serious about leveling up your real estate portfolio, go to www.exceledge.com.ph. You'll find all the latest listings, market insights, and you can even schedule a consultation with one of our advisors. All right, back to the deep dive. We've established that location is key, but it's not just about Makati or BGC. There's a lot more to it. Vera, can you break it down for us? What makes a location truly prime for luxury real estate investment?
Let's get into that. It's fascinating how different neighborhoods in Metro Manila are carving out their own identities in the luxury market. Some areas are attracting buyers with classic elegance and prestige, while others are drawing in a younger, more dynamic crowd with modern architecture and a vibrant cultural scene.
Ooh, that sounds intriguing. I'm ready to hear all about it. For our listeners, think of this as your insider's guide to the hottest luxury neighborhoods in Manila and beyond. We're back with the deep dive. Before the break, we were teasing a virtual tour of Metro Manila's luxury hotspots.
Right.
You are about to break down the unique appeal of different neighborhoods. Where should we start?
Well, you can't explore luxury living in Manila without talking about Makati. It's the undisputed financial and lifestyle hub. It's where you'll find those iconic skyscrapers, high-end malls, and world-class dining and nightlife.
Makati, it really does have that Manhattan to Manila vibe, doesn't it?
Yeah.
You get that bustling energy, but also those pockets of secluded luxury tucked away.
Exactly.
And for those wanting a truly cosmopolitan lifestyle, Makati has a lot to offer.
Absolutely. Think tree-lined avenues, walkable neighborhoods, a level of convenience that's hard to find elsewhere in the city.
And that convenience, it extends to the infrastructure too, right? Makati's got major thoroughfares, the MRT, even those elevated walkways. Makes getting around easy.
Exactly. It's all about that seamless, hassle-free lifestyle. That's what luxury buyers want. And Makati has been investing in those things for decades. That's part of why it holds its value so well.
Okay, so Makati, strong contender for that established luxury experience. But what about buyers who want something a little more, I don't know, cutting edge, modern? Where would you point them?
Then we'd head over to Bonifacio Global City, or BGC. It's a master plan community that's become synonymous with innovation, sustainability, and a really dynamic energy.
BGC definitely has that new kid on the block feel, right? Wide open spaces, art installations, sleek modern buildings. It's got its own distinct character.
Yeah, and it's not just aesthetics. BGC is designed for a certain lifestyle. Work, life, and play all blend together. You've got tech companies, multinational corporations, top-notch schools, and a thriving arts and culture scene, all within walking distance of luxury residential towers.
And don't forget the parks. BGC is incredibly green. It's such a nice change from the typical urban landscape.
It is.
You can tell they put a lot of effort into creating a livable environment, and that's a big draw for luxury buyers these days.
Absolutely. Green spaces are becoming more and more important, especially for buyers who are looking for well-being and a sense of escape. BGC has done a fantastic job of integrating nature into the city.
Okay, so we've got Makati for classic elegance. We've got BGC for that modern, innovative vibe. But I have a feeling there's one more stop on our virtual tour, right?
Haha, you know me too well. You can't talk about luxury neighborhoods in Manila without mentioning Rockwell Center. It's self-contained, known for upscale shopping, fine dining, and a more laid-back, exclusive atmosphere.
Rockwell, it feels like a hidden gem, an oasis of calm in the middle of all the hustle and bustle.
Exactly. It's where you can stroll through cobblestone streets, enjoy those open-air cafes. It's like you've stepped into a European village. And the residential properties in Rockwell reflect that same level of sophistication.
So we've got three distinct flavors of luxury in Metro Manila. Makati's cosmopolitan energy, BGC's modern dynamism, Rockwell's tranquil exclusivity. It's fascinating to see how they cater to different tastes and lifestyles.
It really speaks to the maturity and diversity of the luxury market here in the Philippines. There's something for everyone, whether you're drawn to the excitement of the city center or the peace and quiet of a self-contained community.
Okay, so we've talked a lot about location. Let's shift gears a bit and talk about another important factor for luxury real estate investment: the developers behind these projects. Why is it so important to look into who's building these luxury properties?
Well, it comes down to trust and reliability. When you're investing in luxury, you're not just buying a physical space, you're buying into a vision, a lifestyle, and a promise of quality.
So you need to have confidence that the developer will deliver, that they'll use high-quality materials, pay attention to detail, that they'll create a development that truly deserves the label luxury.
Exactly. And that's where established developers with a proven track record come in, like Ayala Land and Rockwell Land. They've built their reputations on delivering exceptional projects time and time again.
They become synonymous with luxury in the Philippines, haven't they? You see their name on a project, you know it's going to have a certain level of quality and prestige.
It's true. These developers, they have a deep understanding of the market, they have strong relationships with suppliers and contractors, and they have the resources to invest in innovative design and sustainable practices. All those things contribute to creating a product that buyers trust and value.
And for our listeners who are just starting out with real estate, this is crucial. Researching developers is just as important as choosing the right location. It can really impact your investment in the long run.
Absolutely. It's a bit like buying a luxury car. You wouldn't just buy any car with a fancy logo, would you? You'd research the brand, look at their history, make sure they're committed to quality and innovation. The same applies to real estate, especially with luxury.
Great analogy. So we've covered location and we've covered developers, but there's another factor that's becoming more and more important in the luxury market: infrastructure. I want to talk about the Metro Manila subway. How do you see this massive project impacting the luxury market, Vera?
It's a great question, one with a lot of potential implications. Improved transportation, it's a key driver of property value. And the Metro Manila subway, that's a game changer.
For those who might not be familiar, this subway system is going to connect major parts of Metro Manila, make it much easier and faster to get around.
Exactly. And that increased connectivity, it's going to have a ripple effect on the real estate market, especially in areas that are well connected to the subway. We'll likely see demand increase for properties along those lines, which could, in turn, drive up property values.
So for our investors out there, this is definitely something to keep in mind. Being close to the new subway stations, that could become a big selling point for luxury properties down the line.
Absolutely. It's all about understanding how these big infrastructure projects can impact specific neighborhoods. And the Metro Manila subway is a perfect example of that. It's not just about convenience. It's about adding accessibility and desirability that can really boost a property's value.
This is getting really interesting. It seems like the luxury market here is on the verge of a major transformation. New developments, infrastructure upgrades, and growing demand from local and international buyers.
I think you're right. It's a dynamic market, and it's full of opportunities for those willing to do their research and make smart investments.
Speaking of smart investments, let's bring this back to our listeners who are thinking about entering this market. Any key takeaways? Any advice for those who are intrigued by luxury real estate in the Philippines?
Well, first and foremost, I'd say do your homework. Research is key. Especially when you're dealing with high-value investments, understand the market trends. Look into different neighborhoods. Compare the track records of different developers. I'd also say it's really important to have a clear investment strategy. What are your goals? Are you looking for long-term appreciation? Rental income? Having a well-defined strategy, that'll help guide your decisions. It'll help you choose the right property.
Such a good point. It's easy to get caught up in the excitement of luxury real estate, but it's got to be strategic, like any investment.
Another thing I'd suggest is working with a reputable real estate agent. They can give you valuable insights, connect you with the right properties, help you navigate the whole buying process.
Couldn't agree more. A good agent can save you so much time and hassle, potentially even money. They know the market. They can guide you toward properties that fit your needs and goals. Speaking of which, if you're looking for a reputable real estate agent who specializes in mid-price to high-ticket properties here in the Philippines, check out Excel Edge Realty. Shameless plug, I know. But we're passionate about helping our clients find their dream homes. Okay, back to the big picture. We've talked about the allure of luxury real estate, the opportunities in the Philippine market, what drives value in this sector. As we wrap up this deep dive, Vera, what's your overall outlook? What do you see for the future of luxury real estate in the Philippines?
Well, I'm optimistic. The Philippines is experiencing steady economic growth. We have a young and dynamic population, and there's a growing appreciation for well-designed, high-quality living spaces. I think all of those factors point to a continued demand for luxury real estate.
And as more Filipinos enter that affluent class, and as we continue to attract foreign investors, that demand's only going to increase.
I think so too. And like we talked about, infrastructure projects, things like the Metro Manila subway, will make some areas even more attractive, more desirable for luxury development.
So it sounds like a lot of positive trends are converging, creating a great environment for luxury real estate investment here in the Philippines.
I believe so. Of course, with any investment, there are risks. It's always important to do your research. But for those who are strategic, who understand the market, who work with the right partners, there's a lot of potential.
Great note to end on. I think we've given our listeners a lot to think about today, a lot to consider when exploring luxury real estate in the Philippines. And for those who are ready to dive deeper, remember to visit Excel Edge Realty's website. That's www.exceledge.com.ph. You'll find tons of information there. Listings, market insights. You can even connect with one of our expert advisors. And before we go, don't forget to hit that follow button. Share this episode with anyone who could benefit from these insights. We're passionate about sharing what we know and helping you all navigate the world of real estate. Until next time, keep dreaming big, keep investing smart, and keep reaching for that Excel edge.